today. No spectators are allowed. The UK government published guidance over the weekend on allowing elite sport competitions to restart. Sport and Culture Minister Olive Belden.
Now, the guidance outlines various measures that need to be in place for an event to go ahead and to keep everyone involved safe. That includes a screening process for coronavirus symptoms at the venue, a one-way system for people and vehicles, minimising the use of dressing rooms, and of course, maintaining social distancing wherever that is possible.
Snooker and greyhound racing events have also been lined up for today. Premier League football will return on June the 17th. In tennis, the US Open is considering holding the Grand Slam in front of a limited number of spectators. The US Tennis Association says if that is unfeasible, they can only make it a behind closed-door event. The Open is scheduled to run from August the 24th to September the 13th, and organizers say they will make a decision by mid-June on how to hold the event. A documentary about Chinese volleyball legend Lam Ping is set to make its world premiere on Sunday. The Iron Hammer will depict Lam's remarkable journey and inspiring life as the first person in volleyball to win Olympic titles both as a player and a coach.
下一步，市场将继续收纳贷款市场报价利率，也就是 LPR 改革，疏通货币市场利率向贷款利率的传导渠道，推动降低贷款实际利率，支持实体经济发展，同时有序推。
对于一些可以到针对基地进行鉴定的合理鉴定的机构呢，会根据线上实施。
Hi, I'm Kathy Trevor. You're listening to the Beijing Hour.
Hi everyone, I'm Lang. Welcome to the Beijing Hour.
The Beijing Hour, your window to China and the world. The Chinese National Center for the Performing Arts will reopen tomorrow with unlimited capacity after a 4-month closure due to the coronavirus. Audiences can now buy tickets via an advanced online reservation system. Visitors must have their temperatures checked, wear masks, and keep a social distance. Allowed museums and historic sites to reopen their doors following the coronavirus shutdown. Visitors will be required to wear masks, while some museums will have reservation systems to avoid a heavy influx of visitors. Meanwhile, French authorities have decided to reopen public parks in Paris as the city eases the coronavirus restrictions. Many parents took the opportunity to take their kids outdoors for some fresh air and sunlight.
We had a impatience to push it more. We were impatient, especially the kids. We were confined with them for a rather long period. Even if we had a balcony, we were really cut from the outside. So for the kids to be able to play outside, ride a scooter, and us to see people and appreciate all those nice big Parisian spaces, it's really amazing.
The French government has also given the green light for cinemas to reopen this month. Prime Minister Edouard Philippe.
Enfin, partout sur le territoire, les cinémas. Finally, in the whole country, movie theaters will reopen from June 22nd. It's a request the cinemas made.
Now, meaning beaches, bars, and restaurants can also reopen and travel restrictions will be lifted. China's top feeders for children have presented various children's plays on several television and internet platforms ahead of International Children's Day. Famous Chinese children's plays such as The Magic Boat and We Are the Terracotta Warriors were aired on Sunday on CCTV, the Douyin app, the Chinese version of TikTok, and some other video streaming websites. During the event, the characters from the plays also became tour guides, introducing local tourist attractions and snacks in their cities to the young audience. The China National Theaters for Children, Children's Art Theater of China Welfare Institute, and Xi'an Children's Art Theater were among the presenters. Taiwan rock band Mayday held a live stream concert on Sunday to raise people's spirits amid the pandemic. One-hour concert titled Live in the Sky attracted 35 million viewers. originally made a commitment to hold a live concert every May. However, the band had to make it a virtual event this year due to the pandemic. Chinese singer Mao Buyi, Xiao Jingting, and Li Yonghao also joined the live streaming event. Before we go, let's check the weather. Beijing will have thunder showers with a high of 30 and a low of 16. Chongqing will be cloudy with a high of 31, light rain tonight with a low of 22. Lhasa will have light rain with a high of 19 and a low of 8. Hong Kong will have thunder showers with a high of 30 and a low of 27. And that's it for this edition of the Beijing Hour making news this morning. Anti-racism protests are spreading in the United States and beyond its borders. The SpaceX Crew Dragon spacecraft has docked at the International Space Station. China has built its first mine equipped with 5G for work safety. Experts say the promotion and sale of electronic cigarettes should be well regulated in China to keep young users from getting addicted. On behalf of the staff, this is Sui in the Chinese capital, hoping you will join us for the next edition of the Beijing Hour and open a window to the world together.
I want to learn Chinese.
其实并不难. It can be fun.
欢乐汉语 Chinese Studio.
Welcome to Chinese Studio. 我是 Raymond.
我是亚杰, and today we're going to teach you how to describe the weather.
We're making straight.
And you know what? I think all we need to do is teach people how to say the different degrees of hotness.
Why is that?
Because in 20 years, our children and grandchildren won't know what snow is since it won't exist.
Whatever, you fatalists. Here are the keywords of the day. Keywords of the day. Means weather, the first tone and the fourth tone.
天气
Yu Bao, both in the fourth tone, which means forecast or prediction.
预报
Zenma, the third tone and the light tone, which means how.
怎么
Shuo, the first tone, literally means say.
说 So how do you say weather again?
天气
How do you say forecast or prediction?
预报
So put it all together.
Oh, you mean, what did the weather forecast say? In Chinese, it's 天气预报怎么说?天气预报怎么说?
天气预报怎么说
Hey, Raymond, what's wrong with you?
It's so hot out here. Turn off heater.
It's 20 degrees out here.
Exactly. I don't think I can make it. Why don't you tell me how to say it's really hot outside?
You can say 外面很热.
外面很热.
外面. The fourth tone and the light tone means outside.
外面
很, the third tone means really or very much.
很
热, the fourth tone means hot.
热
Altogether it's 外面很热 is really hot outside. 外面很热.
外面很热
Hats off!
Oh my gosh, how do you say it's very windy?
You can say 风很大.
风很大
风, the first, 很, the third